Alright, we're gonna have a short video, probably not 10 minutes, but probably not like my normal life. But one thing I want to explain is when you, what was it called? When you say clear, like explain clearly, be clear, clear writing, clear speech. A lot of people will say, "Oh yeah, I'm clear," but textbooks aren't clear, books aren't clear. Like fiction books, non-fiction books, people when they talk, when they write. You you want to make it simpler, but if it's something that will help improve the clarity by making it more complicated, like often there's words and styles of talking that are like stereotypical. So if you talk stereotypically white or white American, like if you say certain words, I don't have an example, but certain styles of using the language, certain words, they make it more confusing. It sounds better. It sounds all nice and neat and cute, but really, like how I talk is very clear because I mean, you can't get clearer than how I talk. If I had a better voice, oh man, I'd be doing well because people will assume you know what they're trying to say. Oh, and also colons. Don't use colons. Say is. If it's like equations, colon, balancing unknowns, don't put the colon. Say equations is for balancing unknowns. And you can say on both sides of the equation. But there's just so much I can talk about related to this. And if you I still have my tripod. I'm just doing it like this now because I feel like it. I feel like standing. But what is bad? What is okay is to not be clear and say and admit, I'm not clear. But if you're like some PhD university tenured professor and you're writing these long-winded documents and it's not clear, it should make sense. Just like how they taught you in school, it should make sense. Someone who knows nothing about the topic should understand it right away. And most stuff isn't written like that. If you ever become a high-level office worker and you get an office worker job and they give you paid training, the paid training will be, oh man, it'll be so good because they make it so clear and they do such a good job at teaching you. It's almost unfair, the level, like, let's say I watch Khan Academy. Khan Academy is not the clearest. It's clearer than a lot of other stuff like math, science textbooks. But Khan Academy could be a lot clearer and it could be a lot shorter. That guy and his workers, they write on the screen and it's so slow, man. Just the best way, put it all up at once. If you have a slideshow, don't put, okay, here's the first bullet point. Alright, I read that. Now here's the second bullet point. No, put the whole damn thing on the screen and let me read it. If you reading what's on your slide or screen is not a waste of time, you're doing something wrong. You should be able to write slides and documents where reading, the audience reading it, is better than you speaking it. If you have to speak to explain so that they can understand what your slide means, your slide is bullshit. Your slide is so trash that even after you harp on it and explain it, people are still gonna forget what you're saying. That's one of the education system sucks because they invented PowerPoint. PowerPoint is a scam, it's a lie, it's just straight ass. It's just straight fart like I was doing all morning and I wouldn't go to bed. And what we need is we need long documents. And it has to have a lot in it. It has to have so much, okay? So much that it's still short. It's not like 1,000 pages like War and Peace. I will never read War and Peace. That book, first of all, it's like over 1,000 pages. Second of all, it's old, and Leo Tolstoy is not the best author. Leo Tolstoy doesn't even know that much advanced vocabulary. War and Peace, I read Crime and Punishment when I was before I went to middle school. Crime and Punishment has very little advanced vocabulary. War and Peace has some, but even in War and Peace, it's like maybe 5 or 4 advanced vocabulary words per page on average. I've read books with like 10, 12, 15 on each page on average. I've read books that will never be famous, but that are way harder. War and Peace is an IB book, International Baccalaureate level book, for IB students in high school. The books I read for AP Lang were language and composition. If you don't know AP IB, that's just college equivalent, but for high schoolers. And AP is only offered in, I think, the United States. But I don't understand why, like, it's so easy. All you have to do, and it's better than 10 minutes, but all you have to do is just, even if, like, you're dumb, it should still be clear. Cause, like, if I was dumb, and I was lazy, why would I want to say something more complicated? So, and if it's because you're not providing enough detail, that's different. But often people provide enough detail, but it's still not clear. Like, they're so hardworking, they're so industrious, but it all goes to waste because they know nothing about writing and communication. Like, I've had college professors that will lecture and preach, and their slides are like so trash. And I don't understand. There's like not a set curriculum with everything all in one place, perfect, teaching you everything. Like, that should be the gold standard. Not this like PowerPoint and this style of slideshows.